So guys, good evening. I'm outside my workplace right now. It's Saturday evening. Night. My work shift starts from 11:30. So before my work shift, I recorded this video to give you guys some information which would be really beneficial to you guys regarding the fat loss. I know you guys have heard or seen a lot of fat loss videos, the tips and tricks and nooks and crooks. You may be familiar with all of like basic concepts of calories in, calories out, calories in versus calories out, and all those different tasks. But this video is not. This video will be very, very beneficial if you will follow what I'm saying. I'm not going to lay out a perfect layout for you guys because every individual is different, but I'm gonna cover every aspect which is generally true for every person. So the first point is you have to have low carb, high fat, high protein diet rather than high carb, low fat, high protein diet. What I meant by low carbohydrates, high fat and high protein diet means like in day-to-day life we tend to eat more carbohydrates because it's been programmed to us and it's been socially conditioned to us that we need more energy for us to function, so we need more carbohydrates. But that's not true. If we look at a lifestyle that we are living right nowadays, we don't move much. We just sit in the office. We just sit in the desk, office chair and desks, and do our work and spend the most of the time in the day, like 8 to 10 hours, sitting there. So we don't move. We don't physically move. So as compared to before, like earlier back in the days, like 50, 60 years ago, we used to move. We used to hunt our food. We used to really like grow our own food and then cook. Like we used to really move our body, our hands, our legs, our physicality. That would make us really active, and that's why we needed that much amount of carbohydrates. But not now. We can replace. That's why we have to adjust our diet according to our lifestyle. That is, instead of having high carb, low fat, high protein diet, switch to low carb, high fat and high protein diet. You don't do it abruptly, or you don't change it all at once, but taper it. Try to narrow it down. Try to get into it as smoothly and as consistently as possible. Don't try to make change all at once, because if you do it, your body might not be able to adjust according to it. So it's really, really important that you consider this. The second point is workout at least 3 or 4 days a week. What I mean by workout is just it is one of the extensions of the first part, that we do not move nowadays that much. So you need to work out. You need to be physically active. Even if your diet is correct, you won't lose fat. Like you would lose fat, but in order to get fit and really lose fat at a significant rate, you have to work out at least 3 to 4 times. Optimally you can do it leaving one day, like in alternate days, like you work out on Mondays and Wednesdays Friday and Sunday, or like you can change it to Monday, Wednesday, Friday, yeah, like that. And Sunday or Saturday would be light walking day, or light aerobics, or light you can go to cycling, you can go roam around a park, something like that. So you have to move, you have to do the workout at least 3 to 4 times a week. That's mandatory. If you're really busy, then I don't think I can help. I don't think anybody can help. You are the only one who's going to change the way you look, the way you feel, the way your body fat is on your body. So yeah, number 3 is the extension of second, number 2. So do cardio before weight training. Whenever you work out, there is a myth that you have to do cardio in order to burn fat. Of course, cardio helps in burning fat, but optimally you will burn fat if you do cardio first, then jump into heavy weight training. You can try it by yourself, try it for yourself. Just do it once a month. Just do it for 1 month and see it for yourself. Do cardio for about for warming up and really getting in that flow and warming up your body and stretching it out. Do cardio for about like half an hour, and then jump to heavy workout for like 1 hour. So 1.5 hour training session would be good enough for you guys. So yeah, instead of doing cardio for 1.5 hour, jump to cardio, then do weight training. That's more beneficial. That's like 10 times more beneficial. If you do just cardio, then you will lose fat, but instead you're gonna lose substantial amount of muscles as well on the process, and that's not, I don't think you want that. But apart from that, we are solely discussing about fat loss in this video. I'm going to talk about muscle loss prevention and muscle gaining in some other video in the future. So the 4th point is the way we eat. We discussed about what and how much the proportion we're going to eat in, the workout aspect, how we're going to work out. The 4th point and a very important point is to delay eating by 4 hours after waking up. Right after you wake up, let's say you wake up around 7, don't just get fresh and jump into eating. Don't just have your breakfast without accomplishing some kind of task of the day. So what I recommend you guys to do is wait for 4 hours. Like when you wake up at 7, get fresh, do some kind of your task, 2 to 3 hours, and by the time the clock hits 11 o'clock, you have your first meal. Yeah, 11 o'clock. And another thing is, the last meal that you should have will not be before 4 hours you sleep. Like let's say you sleep at 10 o'clock, so your last meal would be at 6 o'clock. If you sleep at 12 o'clock, you would eat your last meal at 8 o'clock. So don't squeeze the time between sleeping and your last meal less than 4 hours. So these are the 4 really important tips, not actually tips. These are the 4 important points that will help you in fat loss significantly if you follow this for about like 2 months, because everybody will not be consistent. Everybody will make mistakes in the first, but like by the time you are on the second month, or like at the end of second month, you're gonna see the difference. click the pictures. Okay. Apart from this, I have 3 bonus points of 3 bonus tips how you gonna for the fat loss, right? So the first is track and trust the process. What I mean by track and trust the process is, how you're gonna track the process is, just take the picture of yourself, shirtless picture, on the first day, and do this every week at the end of the week, like weekend. Do this for about, like, when I said 2 months, 2 months. It will be 8 photos of yours shirtless, then you're gonna see the difference. Apart from that, apart from tracking, you have to trust the process. In the starting, it would be really difficult. I'm not gonna say that you're gonna see the change significantly and very, very early in the process, but definitely you have to trust the process and hope and be consistent in it. Do not be like, oh my, I'm following this, following what he is saying, but after 1 month or after like 3 to 4 weeks or 5 weeks, I'm not seeing any difference. But you know what? You are getting different. You are seeing the results, but it's not that much maybe. Like, the thing is, what changes before the fat percentage in our body is our mindset first, and our physicality inside of the body. Maybe it doesn't show outside that early in the process, but definitely inside our self, inside our body, when we change how we feel about ourselves and how we feel about the process, then significantly we're gonna see the difference. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not after 1 month, maybe not even after 2 months, but significantly like 3rd, 4th month, you will see the difference. And when the difference comes, it will really come significantly. It will really come really, really fast. So believe in the process, trust in the process. The second tip is, do not make changes abruptly. Instead, taper. Yeah, that's what I covered in my important points, main points. Don't just wake up one day and first day and do not eat for like 4 hours straight. No, start by like 1 hour or 2 hours. Let's say you regularly, when you used to wake up at 7, you used to have breakfast at 8. Don't have breakfast at 8 today. Instead, have breakfast at 8:30. Do it like that. It's not much of a difference, but it is a difference. And the second day, maybe you can have breakfast at 9 and keep that timing for about like 1 week. When you get used to it, then then increase the time from 9 to like 10 p.m. So in the second week, you're gonna eat your first meal after 3 hours of waking up, or 3 hours of waking up. Then in the 4th week, you're gonna increase up more by half an hour. So you're gonna eat your breakfast at 10:30 a.m. if you wake up at 7. So do not make the changes abruptly. Taper your changes and be consistent on it. The last tip, bonus tip, is, do not believe the weight scale. This is a big one. People really get demotivated if the weight doesn't change when they step on the scale after like 1 week or 2 weeks or even 1 month. The best scale to measure is by the photographs. That's what I said in the bonus main points. The best way to track your progress is to take photographs. Weight scale is nothing. What happens usually is, when you lose fat, you might be gaining muscles as well. So the weight would not change. What happens is, when you lose fat, even if you have lost fat by significant amount. You would have eaten something heavy the day before, or you have not pooped on that day while measuring yourself on the weight scale. Like, there would be a lot of different factors which would come into play while measuring the weight. So do not believe in the weight scale. Also, one more extra tip is to feel how you feel. Like, do you think the process is more of like naturally going or forced? Try to connect to the process, try to trust the process, and eventually you're gonna see the results, fat loss results, in coming week or coming months. But till then, do not give up. Yeah, that's it for today. I'm gonna see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.